Hello YouTube, this is Randy Phillips again. This is part 2 of my previous video that I've uploaded about the experiences that I've had during my dream time experiences and in my astral escapes. How I pointed out in my other video where I said I'm able to swim and drive in my dream time experiences, but I never learned it here in the physical world in this lifetime. Well, for some reason, you know how in some of those action movies, how the streets just start crumbling behind you and a person driving a car and they speed and they driving like mad to keep ahead of the pavement and the roads that's crumbling away behind them until they get to a spot that's safe. That's been happening to me a lot over the summer. I've also been fighting these weird creatures that look like they belong in RPG video games or something. I was fighting a slimy creature. He looked like he belonged in a swamp somewhere, but he was scaring the townspeople and stuff. People had tried shooting it and stuff and to no avail. It was me and about 5 or 6 other people, and I was thinking, what is this creature's weakness? Like, what can't this creature stand? Then these then these water balloons had gently started floating down out of the sky. And me and 5 or 6 other people that was with me in my dreamscape had started chugging water balloons at it. It started growling in pain and agony, and in defeat, and it retreated. I would also been having dreams and experiences in the astral scape and interactions of seeing my deceased relatives, my mother and my father. They're the old time family friend that transitioned before they did. He made his transition about 20 years before they made their transition. And they helped work for him in his restaurant. And when I saw them, they was like surprised to see me. They made me an old-fashioned cheeseburger with french fries and a cherry coke. They're like, oh, my son, you got so tall and handsome and stuff. And the people said, oh, this is your son, this is your son. Yeah, because the last time that they saw me when they was still in the physical world, I was just an infant. And I was in a house that I used to live in during my childhood that I loved a lot. They said they kept my room nice and tidy to go to that place I always loved and go and check it out. I've been having a lot of interesting and strange experiences out there. And also regarding my precognitive dreams that I mentioned in the first video. Has anybody else been having those? Because I had dreamt of all this rain and stuff, and I was part of it. And on the east coast of the United States where I live at, we received a whole lot of rain this year. And not to mention when Hurricane Florence came in and dumped all that rain on the Carolinas. And has anybody else been dreaming of earthquakes, fires, and volcanic activity? And later on down the line, it happens. Like, I try to tell people about this and talk to them about it. They say don't be so grim, don't be so negative and stuff. don't think like that when I'm not thinking about it. It's stuff that I'm seeing in my dreams and stuff that I'm sensing in my gut. Like, how did we become so disconnected that people have been taught to suppress their intuition? Like, how many times coming up as a kid you have a gut feeling about something and then you decide to go against it? And then when something happens that you don't like, you say to yourself, darn, something told me I should have listened. I should have listened. Especially when you take a test, a multiple choice test, whatever, sometimes. Because I was always good with math and science. Most cases I didn't even have to do the work. But my gut feeling would tell me that the answer is like C out of choices A, B, C, or D. But I would still do the work just to be sure, and come to find out that that gut feeling, that mental impression that I got was right. Now, if only we could stay connected to that higher aspect of ourselves 24/7. Imagine what we could do. And one last thing before I close this video out. Have any of you guys out there on YouTube or gals, have anybody been having their dreams as a third person, where they see themselves in a dream but they're also an observer, seeing it from an objective observer standpoint? That happens to me a lot as well. Yeah, I find that interesting. I am also meeting up with alternate versions of myself. Like way back in like 2000, 2001, I knew there were other dimensions and other realities. But growing up around family and around people with these Bible belts, this the work of the devil, this that witchcraft stuff. The Bible says this, the Bible says that, the Bible said this, not this, that's not that. They have so closed themselves in. Not that I'm bashing the Bible, but you interpret all that literally, and I see the symbolism behind it and the philosophy behind it. And the one or two things that's to take literal. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Or in simplest terms, do unto others as you do unto you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you're not careful, you'll box yourself in. I knew there were other versions and aspects of myself that exist on higher dimensions, that exist in parallel dimensions, but I was firewalled from them. But still, something within me just told me to just start meditating. In late 1999, I just kept meditating. I would visualize myself in this beautiful forest near a lovely grass meadow with a smooth and gentle flowing creek. It took me long enough, but 15 years later, it had finally started paying off. I had finally started reaping the fruits of doing all that. And I'm hoping and looking to progress even further. Yeah, that's all for this one. Yeah, I love you all. When I have more interesting experiences that puts an impression on my gut to share, I'll share them. And if you're somehow mysteriously unsubscribed to my channel, you please resubscribe. You know that YouTube is playing games and stuff when you talk about this spirituality stuff and everything. They bury your content. They don't want this news getting out. But I'm aware of their games. I'm not gonna let it upset me, let it get to me. That's all for now. I love you all. Be blessed.